driving yesterday, playing one of his beats that he had. And I'm screaming in the car, music on. That's the, I don't want to break my windows, but
for those of you who don't know, that's Nick's tail. We'll be in the session, and if something really good happens, he will scream.
I'll scream for valid reasons, okay?
But he will scream.
It'd be a valid
with his
reason,
big ass. He will scream and scare the shit out of everybody in the room.
Okay, it's called sensitive weight. It's sensitive.
So the air conditioner is working overtime today. We're gonna get it right. Oh man, I'm just getting warmed up, baby.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just getting warmed up, baby. I am Marlon King, aka Solitaire, here with Nick, also known as AUX.
Yes, sir.
Welcome,
yes,
sir.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. See you too.
Yeah, so I appreciate you coming through, man. We've been trying to do this new thing. We're gonna call it ISPro Convo. And it's really just us doing us like we always do. But now it's a little more, we got lights and cameras and microphones.
A little more exclusive. A little more,
I mean, we're trying to, but honestly, we've been talking about doing this for a while. And I'm glad we're finally doing it. You know what I mean? So everybody can kind of get to see the inside of the relationships and the hilarity and the
it's the biggest part is the hilarity
and the characters. Everybody's a character, man. Everybody's a character. I don't want everybody to feel like y'all just rappers or singers. Like, we really joke and laugh and have a good time.
Some people become characters they ain't even know they characters.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you're 1/5 of the God Hour, and also you just released your first solo project. Let's talk about that real quick.
Yeah, so the project I had a chance to submit early this year in March. It's called Divine Texture. I had a great opportunity again to be here, ISPro, and just got an opportunity just to do my own thing. And it was a great experience. The project is literally me going into depths about a lot of personal things of myself, a lot of stuff going on with black things that's happening around our nation right now, a lot of stuff that's going on with family, a lot of stuff going on, just personal stuff that young men go through in the day-to-day process. So I got a chance to tap in with a lot of good people to feature with me. My wife, El Virtuoso, she got a chance to be on there. I got a chance to work with my God Hour brother, Mac. He's able to lay a verse down for me, and another guy, Point Ash. He's able to be on the end of Me's Jasmine. Shout out Point Ash.
Yes, sir.
So great time, great chance recording, great chance to see what I could do by myself outside of a group setting, to stretch myself, just to put the time in, and just to really, have a great body of work, and really proud of it.
You should be.
Thank you.
It's a dope project.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
So we're running the risk of doing a corny regular interview show, which is what I don't want to do. But kind of tell me why you called it Divine Texture, number one. And number two, what would you have done differently? Now that the project is done, you put it out, what would you have done differently? Like, what do you look back and be like, all right, well, I did this, we did this well, and oh man, I wish we had done something different in terms of this. What do those things look like?
Well, I got the name Divine Texture. Honestly, I mean, background's Christian background. So the name Divine comes from God being a divine being. And the texture literally comes from the feel of how I want the music to impress you and have an imprint on you. So it's a divine feel, divine texture, divine imprint on you. And I make sure that, it comes across with something that you can take on with you in life and, your social clubs or whatever your endeavors are. And literally you can apply that to whatever things you're going through, and hopefully, it makes an impact, and it does great things. So hopefully that does come across. That was the whole meaning and purpose of it. And again, just giving my story. A lot of times, when you're reserved or, you're kind of the one that don't really speak as much, but sometimes you do. But people may just think, you're just a big guy walking around. You just, there you go. But in the same sense, it's more intricacies that I do have and that I like to share through music. So
cool. And again, so what were some of the things that you did right and some of the things you did wrong?
Some things I think I did,
or did well and not so well.
I think the things I did well was being able to get my point across, being able to reach certain things that again I never thought I could go into different depths that I didn't know if I could be, that vulnerable through music, and that's one of the most hardest things I think for artists to do is like talk about personal things and say certain things and being able to be free with it. But I think that's the greatest thing that you can ever do because it makes you tangible. It makes people able to reach you when they would touch you and say, "Dang, I know I've been through that too. I know how that feels." Right. So I think I was able to do that. One thing that I wish that I did do, I wish I had more songs to put out. Really? I wish I had way more. I feel like I gave a nice body of work. I feel like I wanted to have way more stuff to do, because I feel like, when you give and you're learning to be just open with it, you find other things. Well, I could talk about that. Well, I could have made a song about that. I could have made a song about that, but I feel like sometimes in those moments, you got to know when it is, what it is, and that's good enough. And if to have other moments, that'll be for greater projects and other projects too.
Okay. So since we're talking about projects, let's talk about this. So right now, we talk about it quite a bit around here. It's the project versus singles mentality, right? And you know me, I'm leaning towards singles. I want you guys to continue to put out song after song after song because I prefer a consistent rollout of songs where you can kind of gather your fan base and more importantly learn about who's actually listening to you along the way versus putting out a project with 5, 6, 7 songs, and then in 2 months nobody's even listening. You know what I mean? Right. But if you take those same 5, 6, 7 songs and you spread them out one a month or one every 2 weeks, now you're still relevant and you're still working and you've been consistent for the last 3, 4, 5 months versus putting out that project where, and it's not a shot to anybody, but nobody really cares yet because you haven't established a fan base.
Yeah. I get that. I mean? No, I get that. And I think that, that goes to a lot of us, traditions. Sometimes we have different, mindsets when it comes into it. Like, hey, we got to get in here. We got to knock every song out and every song got to be perfect and not just really enjoying the moment of just having one song and letting somebody hear that. Because at many times we have a body of work when you do, let's say, an artist does 15 songs and it becomes, 20 songs, it becomes 40 songs. And then at that moment, while you're growing through each level of music, you're hating the stuff that you did before.
To me, that's why it's more important to put out singles.
Right.
So you don't get tired of it.
Really, because if you made a song in 2008 and you made a song in 2018, it's like, man, I've grown so much in every area.
You're not that person anymore.
You're not that person anymore. So why would I put this song on this project and like, okay, that doesn't mesh. Right. But like, man, at this time, I could have put that out there. And I could have put out 5 or 6 more of those in rotations.
Oh, so you're making my point for me.
It's valid. I'm just being honest.
Thank you.
It's valid because honestly, it lets you know that if you make a body of work and put everything out in that moment, what do you have in rotation before that? A lot of people that have projects, they go on, Funk Flex, or they'll do a freestyle real quick, or they'll go out and just do something, an interview really quickly about the music, but didn't give them anything to promo or anything to push it up until that moment, then they drop the next day. So it's kind of like, okay, what are they looking forward to? What can you give them in that moment because of your name, but there's no proof of what you did, and then when the sales don't come out, well, okay, you didn't give them a preview or nothing. They wasn't literally teased by anything. No, whatever. And
I think also artists we don't really realize how much music is being put out right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot of music being put out every day, and you have to keep that in consideration that you're in competitions pretty much for the ears. One of the greatest to ever do it just put a project out. What was that? About 2 months ago, Kendrick dropped his latest project, and I'm guilty. I'm not listening to it right now. So I'm not listening to arguably one of the dopest MCs to ever do it. If I'm not listening to his project in 2 months, what makes us think that people are going to be listening to our project in 2 months?
Yeah, I agree with that. I totally agree with that. And I think that, sometimes people can ride the wave of your name and what you've done. Well, I know you're going to be good. I know the next project going to be fire. I know it's going to be great. But people at the way we are with social media, they have to constantly be entertained. Have to constantly be, give me something, give me something, give me something.
I know. And I'm trying to be good and not curse a lot. Man.
I know, but it's the thing.
I really wanted to curse right there.
Well, you pull you abstinent from that. So, well, no, but that's why a lot of people that are the most talented, they're really, really, really more caring more about their music, and they're like, I can't put this out. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. It's not perfect. And then, It may not be your best moment, but it still is a good song.
Yes.
You know, so it's like if you give them just this and you already know you did great on it, it may not be whatever you want, but it's still a great start.
Yeah. Yeah, my wife always likes to always likes to say, don't let your perfection be the enemy of your good. You know what I mean? Like, we sitting around waiting to be perfect. Meanwhile, we could have put out all this other stuff, be gaining momentum, and nine times out of 10, just because you think it's not great, that's got nothing to do how everybody's going to perceive it. You know what I mean? We both know all the stories about the artists that come out and the song becomes a hit, and they're like, I don't even like that shit. Like, you gotta do it as you receive it, and then give it to the people, and stop holding it, and stop leaving on my hard drive.
Well, I mean, you know,
Okay, I digress.
Just come back.
I digress.
You got a button off your shirt. Come on.
I digress. All them damn songs on my hard drive. Not just you.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna start naming names, but y'all know
don't do that.
when you at the table, I'm gonna let you know.
You just keep, it's cool. Hey, it's a safe place. We in the suburbs. We not on 35th. Come on now. Let's keep it going. Oh, no, but true. I mean, I think that, like I said, sometimes artists are the most sensitive people that you can meet, and that's not coming just from a rapping standpoint. It's coming from a dancer. It's coming from a painter. It's coming from anybody that's creating anything. They want it to be perfect because they would hate for someone to say they don't like what they put their heart into. So they want to stretch it to be the greatest thing. So, but sometimes, what you think is kind of, it's not that good. That's only your ear. Right. Somebody else can be like, man, I love that. I want to run with that. And they can push it further than you would ever think it could go.
In the words of Miss Badu, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit.
It's a fact, though. I can't lie about it. It's a true fact. Anybody that practices something to be great at it is going to be sensitive when it's not accepted.
Period.
Yeah.
Period. Okay. That's fair. That's valid. So what's going on, man? What's next for you?
For me, the next thing is keep working. Literally being in here. Literally coming.
That was a trick question, and he had a very good answer.
See that? I'm learning. I'm getting smarter by the day. No, man. You come here. You got to put your game face out. No, but for me, the next thing is literally keep working, keep putting in opportunities to get in the booth, and keep on, man, creating and giving my stuff to people, and hopefully they receive it in a great way. Okay. So,
anybody you've been working with that you, or better yet, anybody that you haven't worked with that you're looking forward to trying to work with?
For ISPro and stuff, as a lot.
Of course, the squad.
The squad. I mean, really, the whole squad. I mean, I nobody I wouldn't put away. I mean, there's a lot of great people here. Literally, I've been working with Ace. See, I gave you a tag. I did that.
Shout out Ace.
Did that for you, brother. No, man, Ace literally a great producer. I mean, a lot of other great ones too, but just him in particular because I have a lot of beats from him right now, and just right into his stuff. Literally driving yesterday, playing one of his beats that he had. And I'm screaming in the car, music going. That's I don't want to break my windows, but
for those of you who don't know, that's Nick's tail. We'll be in the session, and if something really good happens, he will scream.
I'll scream for valid reasons, okay?
But he will scream.
It'd be a valid
with his
reason.
Big ass. He will scream and scare the shit out of everybody in the room.
Okay, it's called sensitive weight. It's sensitive. All right, let's not do that. It's called sensitive weight. All right, it's what happens to you. Okay, it's all right. It's McChickens. Just understand that. But yeah,
tell you,
it's the fact though, man. But I mean, everybody got to tell when something's great. You know what I mean? I'd rather say, "Hey, your stuff is great," than to turn my head and say, "Put something else on."
That's true.
So I mean, if I'm yelling because I think, man, your stuff is fire,
so be it.
So be it. So I mean, if I'm not screaming at it and I say, you know what, okay, well, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
I hate to be that way, but honestly, that's my biggest tell.
No, honestly, and that's the truth. Like earlier when we were playing beats, and I was like, I'll know when the right beat comes on because you're gonna yell.
Yeah, thanks.
So I kept playing beats. I'm like, damn, he don't like that one either.
No, man, because I know we got sessions here constantly, so I don't want to scream and somebody got shot in the other room. So I want that. The lawsuit, I don't do all that. So no, but just being honest, man, it's different from saying you like music and you love music. Yeah. You know what I mean? So if you that passionate when you hear it, it could be from the greatest 808 to the softest piano keys. It doesn't matter.
It's going to hit you.
If it hit, it hit. Man, if you know people that could produce, like people here, man, they make it so intricate, you can't do nothing but fall in love with it. So I respect it.
All right. So you feel like rapping today, sir? I mean, we sitting here, we are talking like we like each other, you know what I'm saying?
I thought we
got
did.
Microphones in front of you,
I thought we did. I got a yellow shirt on.
Oh, yeah. This was not planned. Yellow boys in the building.
Yeah, man. No, could do something. Put something on.
All right.
Got anything to play?
Yeah, I got a couple of, something that's hot off the press. Like I said earlier, I had to keep playing something, so I got a reaction, that just makes me, that doesn't mean I got to step my shit up. That's all that means.
But you already got your stuff stepped up. You know what you do.
Yeah, here we go.
You Solitaire, you got all the cards, man. Come on, you know what it is.
All right, so I play something I've been sitting on about, I do this last month.
Okay.
So it's been a couple weeks. I did it when I was, because I've been doing my live streaming thing. And
been watching those.
I cooked this up when I was doing my live streaming thing. So we'll play this one, see what it is.
Okay.
Let's see what it do. All right.
Yeah. That's what we're doing? That's what we're doing? I gotta see. You ready? Stories ain't nothing without no narrative. Imperative, I give you the reason of my prerogative. My option is esteem and acknowledge these once forgotten. I overconquer the conscience of many fears. My fellow peers, I'm in the lane now, it's hard to explain. I bring change to this game, it's like I'm playing arcades. Being afraid is just a cage, man, to keep you contained. You'd be amazed at the maze you create out of pain. I'm over the lane, I'm trying to say these tangible dreams, making it possible to live outside of matches. Forever learning to settle with nothing but a setup. Is that a failure? Save me your lectures on congestion, cause it's all failure. Follow the hollow, be that model to model. When overzealous with the pleasure, give you sorrow tomorrow. The same ones feeling numb, just embarrassed to tell you. Same ones looking dumb, they embarrassed to tell you. I'd rather prevail you. Nothing worse than trusting in something to later on just finding out, man, this was worthless. Can't be lyric for learning, for understanding purpose. You can find purpose, knowing that virtue's just an avenue for truth to surface. Desperate to believe it a lie and buried alive, it's just that pride that one reason with God. And when y'all strive to survive and carry his word in our heart, beautiful part of the ending is forgetting the start. That's real. Thank you. Had a light skin moment real quick. I was like, it's a yellow. But
what's that from? Is that from something?
From the project I had.
Oh, okay. Man.
Lakeshore Drive. Anybody that wants to check it out, Lakeshore Drive.
Where could they find the project now?
And you can find the project on YouTube. You can find it on Bandcamp. Literally, man, go in there, check it out. Hope you like it. If you want to support, you can. If not, man, it's all free and it's all love. So,
okay. I'm sure where can they find you?
Literally, find me on IG. Find me on TikTok. Literally, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. Any media outlets you put AUX Digital Music, I'm right there.
All right, bro.
So,
hey, man, I appreciate you coming through, sir.
Yes, sir.
Always a pleasure.
Love.
And we'll see you on the next one.
See you on the next show.
Peace.
Peace.